It is 12 o'clock on Friday. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. Only you hardcore subscribers are gonna see this because it's gonna be at the end of the video. And I want you to let me know in the comment section how I should proceed. I get back to the yard, Mike Cardillo's there, he goes, hey, I got a call. I got a phone call from the comment section. I'm like, what are you talking about, the comment section? He goes, yeah, one of your subscribers just called me. I'm like, really? He goes, if it's negative, Mike, I don't need to hear about it. I don't really care, to be honest. I don't need negativity. He goes, oh, no, you got to hear this one. I go ahead. He goes, I think he was an old timer. He said that him and his friends who watch your videos don't appreciate how I talk to Teddy. Well, him and his friends probably should stop watching my videos because me and Teddy are tight. Here he comes. Here he comes right now. I'm gonna tell Teddy. We'll get back to this. There he is, right there. What a coincidence. Stop! 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 Where you going? I gotta talk to you. Where you going? I gotta talk to you for a second. Wow. I tell you, this is on video.
Okay.
Mike Cardillo just got a phone call.
Yeah.
Somebody said they don't like the way I talk to you on video, that I'm mean to you.
Oh.
What do you say about that? Do you think I'm mean to you?
No, you're not mean to me.
Are we just having sarcasm and fun and being ball busters?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
That's the way of life.
I'm trying to tell the people on video we're friends.
Yeah.
I consider you a friend.
Yeah.
And I'll try and tone it down a little if it hurts your feelings.
I'll hurt my feelings.
Sure.
Yeah, because if you hurt my feelings, I'll give it right back to you.
I know.
So?
But the guy actually picked up the phone and called my boss to rat on me.
Who did that?
I don't know his name. I have his phone number, but I sent him a text. I just sent you a text if you're watching. You got my number now. If you got a problem, you can call me.
Better to do.
Thank you. That's all. How's your day going?
My day's going good. I gotta call Mike and see if my truck's ready.
Okay.
See if the trailer's ready.
Sounds good. I'll let you do it. I'm gonna eat my lunch real quick. Bye. Okay. Right there. There you go. There you go. Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. Monday. Originally I was going to have it off. Nobody else is working. Had the Super Bowl yesterday and they said it's too cold to work. 5 degrees. It's not that cold. At least it's not 0. Then he texted me during the game, can I come in today and make a few low bed moves? So that's what we're gonna do. Good, it's good. Pull her out, check the lights. Talk about real world problems. 15 minutes I'm going to be on the Dave Nemo radio show. I think it's the second to last day of the show. But the real world problem is I got to chain down at the same time. So, yeah. Timing's going to be a little off on this. I'm supposed to get a loader. Now I think I'm just getting a snowplow. So that'll be easy to load. I don't think I'll have to disconnect for that, which will be good. So, let's see what happens. I'm going to use three long chains, I think. Snow bucket loaded. Talked to Dave Nemo and Jimmy Mack. Great guys. Dave Nemo, I mean, can't say enough great things about the Dave Nemo show over the years. Decades and decades and decades. The fact that they have me on their channel, on their show, is such an honor. It's surreal. Like, why would they want to talk to me? They left Sirius XM, I think last year. Some things went down over there, and they tried their hand at YouTube, and they were live every day on YouTube, and I'd listen most days, and they had a live forum. You could comment, and they're leaving YouTube. I'm not sure where they're going yet. They haven't announced it, but wherever the Dave Nemo show is, I hope you guys will support it. Jimmy Mack, and just great guys, great family. Jimmy Mack, who knew, is Dave's son-in-law, and Dave's daughter Tara is the producer. So that's a family of radio trucking people, and that's great. I'm a little out of breath with just chaining down and talking and checking my mirrors. We're heading out, and yeah, Super Bowl. So I prefer to be home for the Super Bowl. I was excited the Patriots were in the game. I'm not a big sports person. I don't watch all year round. I might catch a game here or there. Definitely will watch the playoffs and the championship if I have time. And always watch the Super Bowl no matter who's playing. It's a good excuse to eat buffalo wings and chips and guacamole. Super Bowl food and pizza and whatever else. So, at home. But my wife's made some new friends at our place of worship. So my wife is the vice president of our place of worship, soon to be president, and she's making new friends. And one of these new friends invited us to come over for a casual Super Bowl party at their house, at their estate, at their mansion. I mean mansion, like 8,000 square feet mansion. Beautiful. Beautiful, with an unobstructed view of Boston up on a hill. Beautiful place. But I've been having anxiety for a week now about going there because I don't really know the people, and these people are beyond successful. I know I'm successful in my own way, but financially they're beyond successful. Nice people. Couldn't ask for a nicer couple and kids, and dude, the floors were heated, okay? That's how nice this place was. I was wearing socks and my feet were sweating. So, heated floors, just beautiful. It's a mansion. I don't know what else you'd call it. 8,000 square feet, brick, 8 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, I think. Kitchen was unbelievable. No attitude. Everybody was nice. Typical Super Bowl food: chips, guacamole, and pizza. So it was great. You'd think we'd be watching it like in a theater in their house, but it's like a 60-inch TV up on the wall. Pull up a chair and had a good time. Patriots didn't show up. I don't know what happened, but Seattle definitely deserved that win. And my alarm's going off. It must be 12 o'clock. It is. news anymore, but at 12 o'clock, I'll listen for about 5 minutes. And then I'll shut it off. Yeah, it was a good weekend, and we're back trucking, and I might just be moving this plow today, and tomorrow with the excavator. The snow plow bucket that cracked last week is being welded, but it is not ready to go yet. So I might be just coming back on my dump trailer and maybe bring back a load of gravel, but that's what's going on.
Good to see you again, Mike.
Hey, you too, Sean. Have a good ride back home.
Hey, you too. Be safe. I'll see you probably tomorrow.
See you. What I don't like about the angle on this camera is you can't see the trailer behind me, ever. It's almost like I'm bobtailing. But I got my dump trailer back there, believe me. It's gonna be an early day. Late start, early day. Just making that one move and heading back empty with the dump trailer and see what's up for tomorrow. I'll either be making some more moves or hauling some gravel or waiting for snow. There's more snow coming Tuesday to Wednesday. We might just be sitting around waiting to plow. I don't know, just that time of year. It's just a little wonky out there, and it's winter. Take whatever we can get. What's up? It's Tuesday. 34 degrees. It's like spring weather here. Hooking back up to the low boy. Gonna make a move. Going to move the 475 loader to the old high school. And that should be it today. Ain't start today till 12 o'clock, and that's all I'm doing. I was supposed to be off today, and then on call the plow tonight. Still on call the plow tonight. And he called me and said, hey, can you come in and move a loader? We might be getting some plowable snow. So I said, sure, I can do that. So we're here, and yeah, it's nice and warm out. I mean, it's warm is comparable to other parts of the country where they'd be freezing their butts off, but I'll take it. I had my timing perfect. It's 1:30. I'm gonna load the machine and get it to the school before the school gets out, and hopefully get out of there before the madness of the school buses. But Teddy just pulled in, so I'll wait for him to dump, and then he can get a load, and then I'll load the loader, because that's the only loader here. So I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Teddy's like, oh, I'll be 5 minutes. I'm like, take your time. Doesn't matter. Then I get hung up at that school anyways, so no big deal. Let him get loaded. It's good for the yard. They get some more material, and so what's up? What can I tell you? Interesting morning. I told you my mother, it's not funny. Early dementia or Alzheimer's. I don't really know the difference, but memory loss is tough. She lost her car. She said she took the car to get inspected, failed inspection, left the car. Where's your car, Mom? I don't know. They said it died. Well, where's the car? I don't know. So I was supposed to be off today. So I was off this morning anyways. I went and hunted it down. The guy said, yeah, your mother was here. My mother said this was 2 weeks ago, by the way. Your mother was here a month ago with the car, wouldn't pass inspection. She left it here. We went through it, called her up with an itemized list of what had to be done. It was like $3,000–4,000 worth of work. And she's like, I don't want to pay it. One of my options are like, you can't inspect it. You can't drive the car the way it is. It's pretty dangerous. And you can junk it. She goes, all right, just junk my car. She brought them the title and they junked her car. Her car's gone, so my mother doesn't have a car. Which is a blessing, because those memory issues, she's not responsible enough to have a car at this point. So she's 83, 84. So there's been a lot more responsibility for me getting her places and getting her grocery shopping and getting her to see my dad and all that stuff. But it's a tough morning watching your parents age. And my dad's, his faculties are 100%, but my mother's, it's in and out. So, but it was good that I had the morning off anyways. And then Mike called me around 9. He goes, hey, can you come in and move this loader today, anytime, whenever you want? I said, yeah, I can come in around 12, move the loader, and then that'll be it for today. And then on call the plow tonight, and then full low bed effect the next 2 or 3 days. So Teddy's gonna slam his gate. He's gonna get loaded with some gravel and get out of here. And I'm gonna load up the 475 and head to the old high school. All right. Big Tony pulling it off. Some fresh powder last night, but not plowable snow. How are you? We're back. I gotta start out the morning and go get that loader I moved yesterday. We moved it just in case we had to plow, but now I'm gonna move it back to the gravel pit, and then after that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe moving an excavator. So we're just letting things warm up. It's 28 degrees. It's gonna hit mid-30s today, so things are gonna get a little sloppy and get some melting going on here. Boys are just cleaning up the yard right now. I'm gonna get ready to back out in a few minutes. Drop the pusher off and then load the loader. Or you can do it that way. Got it locked and loaded, ready to head to the gravel pit. Besides being a digital creator, I am a truck driver in real life too. Ooh, low trees. I can't just sit at night and watch TV. I always got to be on my phone. Addicted to that phone. But I'm always creating something. I hate the term digital creator, but I think I'm a digital creator now. and a trucker. But which am I first? Trucker. But every day I'm like creating something, and it's not like I think about it ahead of time. It's like I sit down and I'm like, okay, what's next? And I come up with an idea. So like, for example, I made like 2 or 3 AI videos in the last week, and they get shared. They get shared in a lot of places, social media, which is great. I'm happy. People like them. I love them. And then, you know, somebody in a comment section wrote, hey, that's so-and-so's truck. And somebody put up a link in the ITA Porch Light group of a new song, a new trucker song. That isn't AI, by the way, because I'm so tired of the AI trucker songs. I was one of the first people to do that, but after I did it, it was everywhere. Every trucker song that sounds amazing that's come out in the last year isn't a real person singing it, and it's AI writing the lyrics. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, about a year ago, I posted a video with a song about me, a song about the Boston trucker, and people were like, wow, they're writing songs about you now. You're a legend. Wow, you're really famous. They're writing songs about you. And I was like, shh, not saying anything. They don't know yet. People don't know yet. People don't know that about this AI stuff yet. It hasn't spread where I can go on a website and feed into the website the song I would like, and then they add to it and make a song out of it, and then I can pick the genre of music, whether it's rock or country, which I did both, male or female singing, and voila, I had a song about the Boston trucker, and I had made it my theme for a little while. Everybody liked the old theme, which I couldn't believe. But soon after I did it, I noticed a lot of people figured it out. It was an app called Soro, S-O-R-O, and Sora. And yeah, now all these great trucker songs now, they all have the same sounding person singing it with different lyrics. But that's AI. But anyways, and a song that's not AI is called Son of a Truck Driving Son of a Gun by a guy named Scott Burgess, who I think is a trucker for Walmart down in the Carolinas, and is tied into the old ITA Porch Light WBO group. And I heard the song on that page. Somebody put a link up, and I'm like, I'm sampling that song in a video. So last night, just sitting on the couch, I'm like, what am I going to create today? And then the song is about the kid of a trucker, and the kid becomes a trucker, which is me. It's basically a song about a guy like me, and many of you also. And I just threw about like 20 pictures of me growing up in trucks with my dad back in the old days in the 70s and 80s, and then a few pictures of me as a trucker in the 90s. So that's what I created yesterday, and that's getting some good views, and I'm happy. I'm not all about the views. I don't sit there and count, but it's got like 5,000 views since yesterday, which is fantastic. But what I really like is I used it on TikTok, I used it on Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, and then that song had no plays before I started using it. Now other people are using the song, which is great, because the guy gets some more recognition for a song that was just sitting there on the internet and nobody was using it. But I noticed on TikTok 4 people have already used it in their video because they saw it on my video. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm spreading the love. I love to spread the love and share my passion with people. That's what this channel is about. And I'm not looking for credit. I don't need credit. Sometimes people will tag me and stuff. They use something for me, and they want to tag. You don't have to tag me. I look at it as it's all public. It's all public. I don't really need credit. Like, they'll sample my picture sometimes. Picture I took. I'm like, I don't need to be tagged. You want to use my picture? people either know or they don't know that it's from me, and that's fine. So, anyways, we're about to get on Route 2 here, head westbound, and we got about a 35-mile drive to our next location. And then after that, I think I'm gonna go get the Excavator 228. Turning right now onto Hayden Avenue in Lexington. I'm turning wide. And the guy behind me gave me the space and didn't try and cut in there, which I'm surprised. Yeah. And there's something else I want to talk about. It's bugging the hell out of me. I want to say F Walmart. That's all. Same old Walmart, and the same old stuff on drivers. I can't even talk about it because something happened to a buddy of mine that drives for them, and I don't want to put him in a worse situation that he's in. But F those guys. They're hypocrites. They hold that paycheck over your head. They treat you like a child. They got you walking on eggshells. And you just got to stay in line over there and beyond. Let's say you blew a tire. It happens. Over there, it's a big deal, though. Let's say you hit a deer. The deer runs in front of you. It's a big deal. Everything that happens there, it's a knock against you. You know, they are just so hypocritical and so sensitive. And I got, you know, hey, I got friends that drive for them. I'm not saying anything against them. Good people, good drivers. They deserve to be there and not feel like they're being watched and treated like children. That's all I'm going to say about that. And if you're new to the channel, I drove for Walmart for a year, 1995 into 96. So, and yeah, I quit, but I was on a step 3. So I just the same old stuff. Like, really, trucking's stressful enough, and then you got your company against you too. That ain't cool. Over here, a small company like this, I'm very lucky and very blessed. I mean, these guys got my back all the time, you know. But you know, when they didn't know me as well, I had to prove myself, and you got to prove yourself everywhere you go. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. But F those guys. F them and the high horse they rode in on. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at this guy here. Look at this guy. What? I didn't know my exit was coming up for 5 miles. Next, I think I'm moving the 228 and then the snow bucket, which is down at 30.
We've been living in sin so long, all the fields are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day, I'm right. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go. All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller.
Just dropped the 228 in the snow bucket off here in Needham. Sorry, no video. told Mike, I said, can't get in there after 7 in the morning or 4 or 5 p.m. He said, no, they told me it's wide open. This place is full of cars. I gotta back out onto the main road here. But Mike's here. So he's gonna try and stop traffic on a very busy 4-lane road. People are probably like, all the guy does is make videos all day. He never gets dirty. Just another day. Gotta give this thing a rinse before I hit the road. Roads are wet anyways, but get today's salt off of it. Ready to ride. Whew. It's cold again. 20 degrees out.
This is as deep as I'm going.
That's a good thing, because it's all backed up if you went a little further.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Town yard at Acton.
Oh, puppy.
I didn't know if, I was going to go down to the rotary and come in through the transfer station, but I don't know if they're open, and the guy never called me back yesterday.
Oh yeah, look at you over there.
Yeah, dirty, really dirty. Hopefully I get a chance to wash it soon.
Yeah, well you travel in them high intensity areas.
Yeah, every time I go up Blanford Mountain on the Pike, it's always wet up there.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
You're looking good. Have a good day.
All right, Travis, good seeing you, buddy. We'll catch you later.
Okay, you too.
Well, welcome to Thursday. Road hauling. Yard is full. Needs material. So we'll be hauling both ways all day today. And I think at the end of the day, going back with a low bed empty to pick up some machines tomorrow. So beautiful day today. It's 26. It's gonna hit 34. Nothing special. A lot of traffic. Sun shining. We're dressed like a human being today. So that is the story. Truck's pretty clean from a distance, you know. We'll take it for now. Melting's happening though. Roads are getting wet. We'll get old Nick over here loading me up. How about that trucking? Sure is fun, ain't it? You see my snow plowing video? Is snow plowing fun? It's got its moments. Just like this. I don't think this job is fun. I think this job is has its moments. It's a good job though. You know, trucking fun is relative. I suppose it's moment by moment. Like trucking in the 90s, which is when I did most of my over-the-road trucking. Late 80s, all of the 90s, to the mid-2000s, you know. Hauling reefers. Reefer freight, ice cream, frozen fish, produce, food, plastics, paper, rolls of paper, box paper, anything you can put in a trailer, pretty much. Load frozen fish off the East Coast and bring back fresh fish from the West Coast. You know, the trucks and the trailers and the reefers, they were older then. You know, they weren't older. They were just they were more basic. You always had to keep your eye on that stuff. Always watching that reefer light in the mirror and going to sleep with the reefer running. Nothing louder than the sound of that reefer shutting off in the middle of the night. There's a few nights I'll be outside and my skivvies with my flashlight at my mouth, opening those reefer doors, trying to see what's going on. But it was an adventure, but it was work. You know, those older trucks had a lot less horsepower than we got now. They didn't ride as good. They weren't air ride when I first started. I'm not an old timer, but you know, when I first started, it was spring ride, cab overs, spring ride, conventionals. You felt every bump. And you run that left lane as much as you could when nobody was behind you, just to get a better ride, because the right lane was always ruddy, like especially. I'm in a lot of states, for like 84 in New York, 40 in California. I got a ticket in Needles for running the left lane like 6 o'clock in the morning going eastbound on 40. I got a picture of it. He pulled over on the side of the road and I drove for land coming out of LA in like 1990. I'll have to find that picture. I got it somewhere. And I got the ticket. I still have the ticket. Mailed them a check. Yeah. But you worked hard, you know. Your truck didn't go fast up the hills. It went slow up the hills, and you know, I ran without engine brakes. I don't think I had my first engine brake. Yeah, the cab over Pete at Budmar had an engine brake, so that was 1992, and then I ran engine brakes all the trucks after that. But you know, you haul a load out and it's mystery freight coming back. You don't know what you're going to get. It's always you know, work your ass off to get somewhere and run straight, you know, living on truck stop coffee and roller dogs and eating out of your cooler and not sleeping and not showering and doing everything you can do. You know that song by Long Haul Paul, One Straight Shot to Miami. You know, there's a bunch of lines in that song that haunt me. One of them is, there used to be a quiet understanding. When all else fails, you run that freight on time. To me, that means no matter what happens at the loading dock, no matter how much you're delayed, the understanding is you're still going to be there on time. And people I know, and people like me, people like my dad and other, you know, that was true. If you got delayed at the loading dock for 4 hours, you slept 4 hours less on that trip. And you just got it there. So, boy, that song, there's so many lines in that song that just get me. Just get me, man. I tell you, that's I think that's probably one of the best songs ever written about trucking. One Straight Shot Out of Miami by Long Haul Paul. If you don't know it, you should find it. I use it in a lot. I use that song in a lot of my videos. And yeah, I mean, you know, climbing those hills and climbing those mountains and downshifting and upshifting and timing your speed and timing your RPMs coming off of hills and, you know, picking the right gear going down the hill and watching your water temperature gauge all the time. Like out west in the hills and when it was hot out, you know, you'd drop a gear, lower speeds, run the heater, shut the AC off and put the heater on. Even though it's 100 degrees outside, you roll the windows up, put the heater on, would cool the engine down. I think anyways, I was doing that. You know, blizzards and weathers and bad drivers, and this is the fun part of trucking, and the people with the sad stories who want to get money from you, and just avoiding a lot of stuff out there, and then the loading docks that were built for horse carriages, you know, back in the early 1900s, that, you know, you got to get a 53-foot trailer into, you know, loading docks, and no GPS, and you got your Ian McNally and it's missing a couple pages, and you got some directions from some guy named Earl back at the truck stop and how to get in someplace, or calling the shipper or receiver for directions, and knowing that you know, you write it down in your little book of directions, but knowing that it's coming from somebody who drives a car, not a truck, so you gotta hold that with a grain of salt. Then you get off the interstate and they want you in a no trucks neighborhood, and you're just like, all right, a minute to win it here, and using common sense, and just, that's trucking. And a lot of it hasn't changed, and a lot of it has changed, you know. And then just like driving for hours, the same roads, the same cornfields, the same sites, running, you know, whether you're on an Interstate 80 all the way across, or 70, or 90, or 80, or 40, or 20. I mean, 10 and 20. I mean, that's a long stretch. You finally made it to El Paso. Now you gotta get all the way across Texas, and you know that's 850 miles just across Texas. That's a day's drive. If you're averaging 850 miles to 900 a day, which is probably about what I did, that's a day's drive. So you start your morning at, you leave LA on, I don't know, Saturday. Let's say you left LA Friday afternoon, rush hour, heading across 10, you know, you go across 10 through Banning and Indio, and maybe you make it into Arizona late Friday night, late Friday night, go to bed, get up Saturday morning and you ride Arizona. Maybe you made it to Tonopah, Rip Griffins. You're gonna run Arizona, Phoenix, Tucson, all the way across New Mexico, Deming, all the places down across New Mexico on the 10. And you make it El Paso. You gotta stop in El Paso, because that's the last point of civilization until you're in the wild west of Texas. You stop at the, I always stopped at the Petro there, maybe go down to Chris's, get my truck washed, and then you're in no man's land. Once you leave El Paso and you're going eastbound, you're in no man's land all the way across 10. And maybe you stay on 10 and you drop it down across the bottom down to, you know, Houston or San Antonio, Houston, Austin, down that part of Texas, down to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Panhandle of Florida, the Pensacola. That's a long ass ride, and there ain't nothing fun about it. It's long, it's tedious. The fun parts are, you know, maybe you get a running buddy, you know, you get some conversation going on the CB radio. Maybe you find a good talk show on the AM radio. You've listened to you've worn out your Farther Down the Road cassettes from Shell Rotella. I mean, how many times can you listen to On the Road Again on one trip, you know? A dozen? You've worn out your cassettes. You're constantly tuning the dial for a station, assuming when you get near a city. And when you're out of the city, it was a lot of religious stations, if you're into that. I mean, I'm not into that. So you switch through all the Jesus stations and listen to Rush Limbaugh a little bit, and looking for some music, playing them cassettes, talking on the radio, driving, watching your calculator, counting every mile, counting every minute, calculating constantly how much time do I have to fuel, shower, sleep, and eat if you can fit it in, and shower if you can fit it in too, really. And you know, feeling dirty and grimy, you know, especially from the waist below. Just like sometimes you skip the shower a couple days and it's hot and you just don't have time, or you went to get a shower and there was a wait, and you're like, you know what, I can't wait, you know. So you just got some paper towels and put some water on them, and you just wiped yourself down. You know, I don't want to say what they call that, but it begins with a WH bath. And you just truck and you eat those pizzas and those meatball subs and whatever else you got in that cooler out of boredom and out of survival. And hydrated, nah. We didn't know nothing about water back then. We didn't drink water back in those days. It was non-stop caffeine. And sometimes you run so hard and you get to where you're supposed to be and you get there right on time, and you feel like a zombie, and your head's kind of buzzing, and then the receiver says, oh, you're a day early, your appointment's not till tomorrow. So you pull it out on the road, you shut your curtain, and you just pass out. You pass out, you sleep all day and you sleep all night, and you wake up in the middle of the night and you pull the curtain and you don't even know where you are. And you're like, oh yeah, okay. Now it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you're wide awake, and your appointment isn't until 8 o'clock. Now you're just sitting there. Nothing to read, no phone to scroll on. So you get back in the bunk, you pull your TV out and pop in a movie, fall back asleep, make your delivery the next day, and then you get your reload. If you get a reload, sometimes they say, well, we don't have anything right now, go to the truck stop. So you go to the truck stop, closest truck stop you can find, get a parking spot. That's when I would go take a shower, call back, dispatch. You got anything? No, give me an hour, or give me 2 hours. Okay. Call back 2 hours later. You got anything? No. We're working on something. Oh, that always gave me some hope. That always gave me some. We're working on something. Always meant something good. It was kind of an exciting feeling to know they were working on something. Like, what are they working on? This is gonna be amazing. And then now it's 2 o'clock, nothing yet, and you start losing hope. 3 o'clock comes, and they're like, "Hey, you got to pick up over here. You got to be there by 4." Meanwhile, you're 75 miles away. Well, I can't be there by 4. Well, you'll have to load it in the morning. Okay. So now you're like, okay, now I'm gonna rest, relax, bum around the truck stop, maybe walk to a chrome shop, look for some other drivers that I might know, hang out, go back to the truck, do some polishing and waxing, and get up early in the morning, go to your pickup. You get there, and then the guy says, "The trailer smells like fish. I can't load you. You got fish on?" I go, "Yeah." They go, "Wow, he can't load you. It stinks." Damn. I should have known. I should have known better. I could have taken care of that all this time. So what do you got to do now? I gotta go get some. I gotta go get a can of coffee can. Open up a few coffee cans and sprinkle coffee all over the floor. That take care of that fish smell. Then sweep it out. Then load, and then it's back to the races. Back to the wherever you're going. That's your next mission. The old mission is over, done with. You get that done. You've been on the road for 2, 3, 4 weeks. Get back home. You're pulling your spot at your house with your truck or your terminal, or like me, I would drop my trailer a few miles down the road. I had a kingpin lock for the kingpin on the trailer. Put that on, drop my trailer, bobtail home. Usually, sometimes I bring the trailer home if I was only going to be home overnight. You get home, you shut the truck off, and it's just quiet. You can hear the engine ticking as it winds down, and you're just like, wow, what a trip. Start gathering your stuff, your laundry bag, shower bag, your logbooks, all your paperwork, your pillow, because you didn't have 2 sets of pillows, one at home, one in the truck. You had to have, you can only sleep with the same set of pillows all the time. That was me. Grab the blankets, the sheet off the bed, stuff them in the laundry bag, throw them on the ground, walk in the house, and nobody can relate to you, what you've been through. Everybody's happy to see you, but they don't really care what you've been through. They don't really want to hear about it. They're like, "Oh, how was your trip?" You start talking, and you know, and you're home. And then when you're home, you feel like a ghost. Like you're not really there. You're like you're watching from above everything that's going on, and you're thinking to yourself, "This is what it's like when I'm not here." And this goes on every day. And really, when I'm out there doing what I'm doing, I'm not really thinking about what they're doing too much, and they're not really thinking about what I'm doing. And you're home for a couple days, and and all you're thinking about is getting back on the road. What do I need to go? I gotta get my laundry done. I gotta stock up on food, get a little bit of rest. And you call a dispatch, "What do you got for me?" Sometimes, you know, it takes a couple days, and you just kind of, when you call a dispatch, you want everybody in the house to be quiet. You want dead silence. I gotta call in. Everybody shut up. Everybody be quiet. I gotta call in. And you call dispatch, nothing today. And then all of a sudden you call dispatch, 3 o'clock. I got a load of Gillette for you tomorrow, loading out of Boston or out of Fort Devens. Load of Gillette. Where's it going? It's going to Atlanta. It's going to Chicago. Okay. Load up tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Drop and hook. Okay. Get over to Gillette or wherever. Could be Gloucester, load of fish. Could be New Bedford, a load of fish. We'll haul a lot of stuff out of the Boston area. Could be going up to Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut. And just go get back behind the wheel of that truck, and you're like, this is really my home. This is where I belong, even though I should belong back home. I'm really not there when I'm there. I'm really not present. My mind is never present when I'm home. That's most truckers. And the problem with trucking is, when you drive over the road, you got too much time to think. Too much time to think about, never mind your schedule and all that stuff. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What am I getting paid for this? And how many hours I'm putting in to do it? And what's my paycheck at the end of the week? And is it worth it? And that's when over the road truckers start making decisions about their lives. And make changes. And I remember when I first made my change, you know, it was a load of apples from Yakima, Washington to Miami, and it was a 3-day haul, 3,200 miles, 3,300 miles, 3 days. And that was in 1999 when I started thinking about doing something else. And that's when I decided to stop doing that and go work for Ken's Foods, where I still ran the road, but I only went as far as Chicago or Virginia. So to me, that was local, regional. You know, I was at least home, you know, part of the weekend. You know, I'd get home like late Saturday morning and leave out Sunday night. That was a lot of home time every week for me. And then I talked about that job and how we lost our job, and that was at New Century for 8 years. 6 years at New Century, running New England, over the road all week, home the same amount of time on the weekend. And then when my son was born, that's when I made the big change to go local. And here we are, still having fun. I hope you enjoyed that journey back in time. I know a few of you enjoy that kind of talk. We're heading eastbound here. Eastbound and down. Run number 2. This job reminds me of running through those cornfields. It gets monotonous. The same roads, the same cornfields. Oh look, it's harvest time. They chop down the corn. Oh look, it's growing back again. There's the same farmer I passed over there in Nebraska. Boy, that Nebraska, that's a long stretch. Run across 80. Back in those days, the speed limit was, I think it was 65. Now I think it's 80. You know, you run across Nebraska at 65 to 70 miles an hour. That's a long. I think it's 400 or 450 miles from Omaha to the Wyoming line.
151.
See ya. I got a package sent to me by Charlie Tackleberry, my Canadian friend up in Athens, Ontario. Tackleberry Construction. Good guy. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm wearing my Tackleberry hat today. What a coincidence. 2 more hats. The Canadian maple leaf on them. Those are pretty cool. Look at the back. Very Canadian proud up there. Thank you, Charlie, for those. Great. Ooh, we got like a sweatshirt or a hoodie. The zip up. Beautiful for this time of the year. Tackleberry Construction. Man, this is really great. People send me stuff. It's crazy. They didn't even think of me like that. Got a couple of these, I don't know what this is. Calendars. Ooh. Pretty cool. Season's greetings from George Tackleberry and family and the staff of G. Tackleberry and Sons Construction. Awesome. There's 2 of these in here. Could probably leave one here at work. Couple air fresheners because my truck probably smells. Ooh, and a sticky one. Hey Charlie, next year we want girls on it though, okay? That's great. Thank you so much, Charlie, for thinking of me. Everybody at Tackleberry Construction, I say hello. Got some sad news yesterday. The trucking community got some sad news. A really good guy passed away from cancer. Man, he fought hard. Holy cow. Guy named JR Schlueger. JR was from Britt, Iowa. I believe he was 42. Farmer, trucker, truck builder. Owned Lifetime lug nut covers. Real hard-working family guy. Young wife, young kids. Worked his ass off. Worked hard, played hard. I met him. I met him in Chicago at Super Rigs for the first time. I had known about him and was an admirer of his truck builds. And I met him at Super Rigs, and he was at Super Rigs every year with a new build. Except last year he wasn't in Atlanta, and I always thought that was kind of curious why he wasn't there, but he was sick. And in and out of the hospital with cancer and a whole bunch of other health issues. And yeah, I got news he passed away. It's very sad to hear about JR's passing. Definitely gonna leave a big hole in the industry for a lot of reasons. I made a lot of friends, fun guy, like to have a good time, work hard, play hard, man. We're gonna miss you, JR. And my heart goes out to his family and his close friends. And last time I saw him was Super Rigs in Texas. He pulled up with his white B model KW. The year before he had the same truck in Wyoming. Put some more miles on it between those 2 years, and he pulled up one of his young daughters got out of the truck, and he was so proud of showing that truck off. And I believe he won. I believe he got first place for that category that year. He's been on the Super Rigs calendar. His truck has been in the Super Rigs, the Show Rotella booth at the Mid-America Truck Show. I mean, this is a guy who knows how to build a truck and show a truck, and every detail is never skipped. This guy, probably the most detailed show trucker I've ever met. And yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer for sure. It was a good week. We did some truck washing, we did some hauling, moved some equipment. Hopefully I didn't keep this video too long. Hopefully I didn't hurt Teddy's feelings or anybody else's. I'm gonna try and do better. I appreciate the feedback. Don't call my company. That's not nice. They got my back, okay? But anyways, If you want to see me in person, to tell me about your gripes about the channel or what you like about the channel, come to the Mid-America Truck Show. I'll be at the Shell Rotella booth, March 26th and 27th, Louisville, Kentucky. I'll probably be wearing this vest. I usually wear it every year. And catch me there. And then on Saturday at the Mid-America Truck Show, I'll be walking around just being myself. Peace and grace. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you very much for the watches, the likes, and the shares. All right, let's go. I gotta drive 30 miles back and try not to get it dirty on these wet roads. Wham!